please like and subscribe. Capricorn, welcome to your reading. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart, or just if you feel called to this reading, then it's for you. Please remember this is a general spirit check-in, not a one-to-one spirit check-in, so you might not resonate with all of it. You might not resonate with any of it. Whatever you do resonate with, please take what you need and leave the rest behind. I could be picking up on your energy or on the energy of someone who's in your life, whose energy is in your morphic field. So if you feel like I'm not talking about you, please switch the energies around. Creator, great mystery, great spirit, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for Capricorn or for whoever comes into this reading. Thank you. All right, what's on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Ooh, so some sort of unrequited love, Capricorn. This is either you rejecting someone else or them rejecting you. But there is unrequited love and some sort of blockage to love here. So in your recent past, Capricorn, there was a lot, you or somebody else was facing into a loss and some grief. Somebody had a lot of procrastination, a lack of a direction, and was creating a lot of conflict. And somebody made a last stand about this conflict. Someone created conflict. And somebody made, either you or somebody else, Capricorn, the Nine of Wands, very established force, very resilient, very strong, but making, look how they're looking back. And this is in the past, so they're looking even more into the past with almost like a guarded sense. And in the current energies, you've got expansion, you've got excitement, Knight of Wands, just new energies, new passions coming on board within you. Action, adventure, and fearlessness. You're going toward new lands, and I see the pyramids here. And that lets me know the new lands within you into a higher dimension. You know, the Knight of Wands is higher than the Ten of Wands. So you've had some sort of completion, and you are maturing in it. And whatever new land, this has brought you, released you from self-imprisonment. This has released you. Like self-acceptance, a new kind of self-acceptance, a new perspective of the situation that you were in. But whatever got you here, it was some sort of deception, some sort of treachery, something that was very difficult, something that was very loud in your mind, within you. Some sort of something that someone did by accident. I'm feeling like it was somebody did an accident, or they slipped up, or something happened. It wasn't intentional, but it created for somebody else the perfect storm. Which puts you into an Eight of Swords. You were somebody else, possibly. And with this Eight of Swords and release and going into new lands, you're kind of being seen as, or maybe you feel like you're being unorthodox, or you're seen like you're being unorthodox. This is the Hierophant, right? Yes, exactly. Okay. In reverse. And vulnerable. Yes, vulnerable. Because you're a force to be reckoned with. That's what I'm feeling here, this Hierophant energy in reverse. Something in you is shifted in regards to your authenticity, your relationship with truth. Something is shifted. And I'm also seeing the release, the collapse, almost like a tower energy, of the collapse of a different system of authority that had power over you or had power over somebody, but a different a system of authority. And it could be religious, but it was some sort of like, you know, parents is the name, mother, father, but usually mother. Quoting the movie The Crow, when he said, "Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children." So this could be a parent energy that was seen, that was really someone really cherished. But when we grow up, we have to come into our own sovereignty, our own power, which means we have to release that parent. That's like the philosopher's stone, giving that power back to the person, that you no longer rely on them the way that you used to. And that's what I'm seeing here. And you're like learning to fly. I'm seeing like someone's learning to fly and they have new flight wings. Yeah. And this is in their own sovereignty. So like I say, there's been a loss, but somebody else has, the person that has been a loss, Capricorn, this could be you or somebody else, it could be you, but you're coming into new lands. But there's a non-committal energy here. Like a lack of commitment. Either somebody was really greedy or someone was really lazy, but there was some sort of lack of commitment here. And, you know, Capricorn, you were somebody else that has this conflict put you or somebody else into an inner prison, into entrapment, into self-victimization, but you come out of it. You do come out of it eventually in a very vulnerable state, but it does bring you new people that are genuine and have been through a similar process. And it brings you into the moon energy. So what I'm seeing here is like the subterfuge of the moon. And I'm feeling it could be confusion. You're not quite okay. It's almost like a snake shedding its skin. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn, is that you've gone through like there's authority and sovereignty changing within you. And maybe your relationship with your parent is changing. And it's kind of, well, where do you go from here? You know, and I'm feeling that the future is unfolding, but it's unfolding now. The future doesn't exist. All there is now. We can speculate and plan on the future. You know, that doesn't mean that everything we plan on is going to happen. One thing we're guaranteed will happen is the sun will rise. That's part of the future, and the full moon will come, and, you know, the celestial events, that's yes. But as in what we can control of the future in our lives, no, we don't have any. So I'm feeling, Capricorn, for you is like you've made a last stand. It's shifted your relationship with authority, as you are like being rebirthed into your own authority. And where this comes into, and I'm feeling this is you are also the development of High Priestess energy, because the moon energy is High Priestess energy. It's the relying on the tension of understand, like, you know, the High Priestess comes into unity through the conflict of the duality. And because the conflict is itself also a part of unity. You know, it's like the yin and the yang, you know, the yin and the yang, the black and the white. You know, there's always conflict of duality, yet it's all contained within the whole. You know, it's all contained within the whole. So it's such a paradox, but I'm feeling that's what this is you're entering into a deeper mystery about yourself. That's what this is. And I'm feeling that's why you can't commit. You've had to let go of people in your life. Holy smoke. You've had to let go of people in your life to chase after your dreams, to chase after what's in your heart for your passions. And you couldn't commit. And I'm feeling like your lack of direction here is, but it was someone else's conflict. Someone was in conflict. The fact that you had turned away. You were no longer committing. And, you know, as you meet new friends and new people that are aligned with what, you know, have gone through what you've gone through, but in their own way, you'll find that strengthens you, you know, and you're being able to say no to the past, to the same old patterns and behaviors that you've honored in the past. You're not honoring them anymore. And even doing that shifts. You coming out of this inner prison has already shifted this sense of authority, but you also saying no to the past, you know, is going to make you stronger, a lot stronger within you. Quite an established force. That's what they're saying, quite an established force. Shifting your relationship with authority. That I feel, yes, absolutely will birth you, rebirth you. You know, we all have to be reborn. That's not some religious term. That's a, you know, when we're initiated, when we go from being uninitiated and just being, you know, like what Caroline Myss talks about two different types of people on the planet. There's Homo sapiens, 5 sensory people. And then there's Homo noeticus, multi-sensory, multi-dimensional people. And that's what I'm feeling here. Yeah, okay, let's do some clarification. And that's what this unrequited love is about. It's a blockage, and it's I'm just seeing like the universe turning and the planets turning, and it's almost like great big gears, and by the rotation, just things are evolving. You're both evolving regardless if you want to or not, even if that means you have to be apart from each other or be away from each other, whatever that means. But for one of you, you're really committed to your path. You're really committed to your growth. Yes, but this also, that's what I mean, like this moon energy, it's also subterfuge of the moon. So you going up against this authority, not you going up against this authority, I'm sorry, you saying no to the past, the more of your archetypal patterns, the patterns in your life that you've always honored and you've just kind of unconsciously kept them alive, like kept doing them. You're not doing that anymore. You know, you choosing to say goodbye and to let go, to begin to pull your spirit back and acknowledge within yourself that you need to answer, you need to honor you. You need to answer a call from within you. Yeah. And you coming into new lands, and you're non-committal to this old energy that you're letting go of, you know, strengthens you. I just see this progression of strength and clarity. But as it shifts your relationship to sovereignty, absolutely, it's going to highlight the subterfuge of the moon. That's exactly, which is going to develop your high priestess energy. Absolutely. So the subterfuge of the moon is the illusion of that you believed in, but it was, you had believed in it at one time, and you can't believe in it anymore. You just, it's like a contract that's been fulfilled. Okay, Creator, what is the Page of Wands in reverse? What is the Page of Wands in reverse, Creator? What is the Page of Wands in reverse? Okay, so, you know, you moving away from something and acknowledging within yourself what you need to let go of, and cups are spilt over here. There's 2 cups that are still standing, and I'm seeing them. I don't feel that you're like only focused on these cups. I feel that you're very aware of these cups behind you, and you're kind of, see how you're standing in front of them, between these ones and these ones, and you're standing right in between, you're acknowledging. I'm just seeing like you've kicked these over. That's what I'm seeing. But these 2 cups behind you, I'm getting the feeling like you're protecting them. You're protecting these remaining cups that you have, that are truly what is you. And that's created conflict for somebody else. I'm feeling even you went into some inner conflict about this too. This was a big change for you. What used to work in celebration and being aligned with a group of people. Look at the 3 cups. Look at the 3 cups. That's what I'm seeing here, is these 3 of Cups is representing the collective, or the part of your life that you had to let go of. And the cards are saying that this is also with people in your life, people that you've had to let go of. What used to work no longer worked. And the relationship, I just got a major wave of vertigo. This 2 of Cups here, this is the spirit of the relationship between you. With this in reverse like this, it is disharmony. It's dissolved. It's a contract that is dissolved. There's no more union. This released you, and if not you, then somebody else, but this released somebody onto the path of their own heart. See how this is walking away from this energy, and you're going forward. I'm feeling like the Creator tested you over and over and over again. You were the Creator tested you about if you were done with these cups, and also at the same time, not only was the Creator testing you to bring you more further into alignment with your resolve, but also there's a new project coming in also that you're in contemplation about with the Creator. I don't feel you've told anybody about this yet. This is just, it's still in its culmination stages. It's idea, the very birthing of a new idea between you and the Creator, and you're in thought about it. There's some kind of obstacles. You're going to be going through some obstacles, and that's normal. Whatever's coming in, because you're entering into new lands, you're going into new territories, and there's bound to be obstacles. And obstacles, as Lao Tzu states, obstacles do not block the way, they are the way. Mary O'Malley said it this way: what's in the way is the way. And while you're going through obstacles, and the distance you have come, you've got people watching you. You've got somebody who is watching you very closely and learning from you. I'm feeling like someone is learning from you. Learning a lot from you. Somebody who had betrayed your confidence, somebody who was unreliable to you, and they are watching you. It's almost like in disbelief. They're, if they weren't intimidated of you before, they are now. Because of how far you've come, because of what you've done, what you've accomplished in your life. And they see it. Whatever's happened here didn't just happen over like 2 weeks ago. This is like months, if not years in the making. This isn't you talking about this change. This is you living, you or somebody else, but somebody lived this change, demonstrated it. Blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, and you went up against obstacles. What is the Knight of Wands, Creator? What is the Knight of Wands? All right. Ooh. Ooh, Knight of Wands on the Knight of Wands. It's a double annunciation. Okay, meaning heaven and earth agreeing. This is like a new contract. So as you head in, and like I say, okay, this ends with somebody who was unreliable to you, who was, who had betrayed your confidence, somebody who betrayed you is watching you go through this change. They're seeing you head into new lands, new action, new like adventure, new, and you are fearless. That's what makes you so intimidating, is you're fearless. And this person is hostile towards it. They're intimidated, but they're hostile toward it, toward you, toward more it's. They're more intimidated of yes, and at the same time, the Creator's also saying that you didn't get here without a hell of a lot of conflict, disunion, oh my gosh, hostility from others. You have earned this. You have earned your freedom. But yet, at the same time, somebody is very jealous and angry. They're not tempered at all. They want you to fail. But you're not going to fail. And the cards are almost like, because you're not going to fail. This is a double annunciation, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. You're very protected. And you're rebuilding. Rebuilding. Oh, I'm seeing this as like this Knight of Wands rearing up against this energy that wants you to fail as you're protecting your future. Yeah. And this gives you, you see, you're not, what I'm seeing with that, you protecting your future, is you're not taking any bullshit. And somebody who was unreliable, who betrayed your confidence, who was deceptive in the past, somebody you believed in, you're guarding yourself against anybody like that. Very interesting. The Seven of Wands in reverse, you know, somebody sees that you are very happy. You are rebuilding, you're very happy, you're very guarded against the past. Yes, and it's not only that someone's got hostility, is that they're also vexed. They're also vexed. And also, you didn't get here without your own sense of vexation because of the huge change you were going through within yourself. Your own sense of your own sort of inner conflict that you had to work through by remaining true to yourself. No matter how much conflict it brought you, you remained true to you no matter what. You didn't let the lower natures of you take the wheel of your life and create from there. Absolutely not. This is not your first rodeo. I'm speaking to somebody who is very wise. I'm speaking to a group of people who know themselves very well, who is very acquainted with their own sense of fuck ups and failures and all of it. And you have your own sense of wisdom now. What is the Three of Cups, Creator? What is the Three of Cups? But someone sees you doing this and they are like giving up on trying to deceive you, giving up on trying to like come back into your life with some lower nature desires, like to manipulate you, to deceive you, to try to take from you. I'm feeling like these people have tried to take from you in the past. You know, and your dedication to you is what is bringing somebody to the point of letting go. Okay. Both of those? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Nine of Cups can be family energy. Okay, so this giving up in the past, like you came to such a place of happiness within your own sense of like a fulfillment because you trusted you. And there was like a furthering of this within you, of you really telling the truth about it and giving up your sense of hanging on, like trying to, I'm just hearing, let them down easy. You're just done. You've just told the truth. And this ending for you, if this was family or this is like people who felt like family, it created a lot of dissatisfaction for you. I'm feeling that you, some nights you even cried yourself to sleep. It was so devastating, but necessary, they're saying. It made you feel not only insecure and in this sense of like energetic and emotional poverty, spiritual poverty, but like you were beyond redemption. Here you are outside the church. Here these people are outside the church where they can go in and get help and redemption, and these people aren't. It's like they're not even good enough to go to God, and this is how you felt within these people. It's like someone had whittled away at your confidence. at your will. And this is the past energies explaining what's coming towards you. When you went through this, you didn't lie to yourself anymore. You really saw it. You really acknowledged the struggle. You saw what this relationship was doing to you. You saw it, you observed it, and feeling like it's almost like, oh my gosh, okay, the Creator's saying, you saw your trusting and supporting a relationship that was so hurtful to you in some ways, and in many ways. And you seeing yourself supporting it, realizing the truth about you, about where your energetic finances were at. And it was like the Creator was guiding you to see the worst of you and to trust it. Trust this. Follow this where this is going to take you. Follow it. And you did. You trusted it. And it brought you into no more of this. You saw the truth. It's like you were under a spell. And you didn't know until you knew. And once you knew, once you saw the truth, the spell dissolved. And you would never, ever be there again. And with that came a sense of unrequited love. Came also a sense of vexation. You were vexed because these people had meant so much to you. But your acknowledgement and your going through the process and doing the work brought you healing. And I mean healing. Aquarius energy in its fullness, in its completeness. The woman is naked standing in the water, and this means emotional exposure. This is what Brené Brown talks about when she says, why do people fear vulnerability so much? Is because they fear emotional exposure. And I'm feeling now that because of the work you have done, this is one of your strengths. This has become one of your strengths now. And because of this, your relationship to this group of people, this Three of Cups that these cards are talking about here, it's like you're consciously taking death by the hand and dismantling what needs to be dismantling, because death is moving away from this. And this comes right into your Nine of Pentacles, the reward of your hard work. This is when you come into some of the harvest of your life, of some of the hardest work you have done in your life. You will receive the harvest. This is coming towards you. All of the battles you fought, especially this last one, when this was important, this was big, this was very, very deep. This pattern went deep. It's almost like I'm seeing, like, have you ever pulled a dandelion out of the earth and how deep, how long its root is and how deep it goes? That's what I'm seeing. This plant or weed or whatever it is, its root went very, very deep into you, into the soil of your psyche, the soil of your soul. But you've pulled it out. You and the Creator did some weeding. And you've received healing. Look at what you've done. Like, it's incredible. This is incredible. What is the Hierophant in reverse? What is the Hierophant in reverse? What is the Hierophant in reverse, Creator? Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at this. One each card at a time here. So the Hierophant in reverse, you shifting your relationship with authority and with power and with sovereignty and with your own sovereignty. And this began with you going into a hermit mode. You or someone else, whoever's going through this process, has gone into a hermit mode. In hermit mode, okay, so it's like going into vitriol. Like I said, regardless if this is a parent or someone in your life that has had authority. So the Philosopher's Stone, vitriol corresponds to Nicholas Flamel and the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone was a man-made substance that turned base metal into gold. Now, it didn't actually do this. This is symbolic for turning lead into gold. Like, it was responsible basically for animating inanimate objects, kind of like breathing purpose into them, helping you penetrate the impenetrable. So in symbolic terms, what that meant to you was that we all hold a Philosopher's Stone. Whether that Philosopher's Stone, it's like our way of shifting a situation, of getting help with a situation. And that Philosopher's Stone could be a parent, it can be an older sibling, it can be an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a neighbor, a teacher, somebody that you looked up to that held authority in your life, who helped you through in seemingly impenetrable situations that you got through because of this Philosopher's Stone. But in your growth and in your evolution, it came to a point when what used to work no longer worked. And vitriol, visit the interior dimensions of the earth, and by rectification, you will find the hidden stone. By rectification, you had to rectify your holding this Philosopher's Stone. You had to give it back. And in giving it back, you acknowledge, oh my gosh, my parent, I put a God status on my parent when they're just a human being. They're just a person. They're not a God. They're not, even though in the holy texts of the world, we are all gods, but yet we're also fragile, vulnerable human beings too at the same time. And you realize that, and that's what Hermes is all about. And the hermit is you going in to return this authority back to its rightful place. And by doing so, you find the hidden stone, which is you. You no longer need a trinket. You don't need a trinket or a crystal or this or that or a necklace or a stone or this, even though these were all symbols. But so do all the things that we have, the symbols we have. Well, those are symbolic. They have meaning. But you no longer need it because you are it. You are it. And that's the answer you went in to get. That's the answer that you got. It helped you get tempered. Seeing the truth about you and understanding the battles you've gone through to come to get to this point. All of your mistakes even weren't mistakes. They were very, very necessary for you to learn the right way and the wrong way. A good way and a not so good way. You had to develop your own, what's the word I'm looking for, creator? You had to develop your own sense of compare and contrast. You couldn't do it through comparing yourself to someone else's life. Some things you could, but other things you couldn't. You had to experience them yourselves, even if it was making a mistake and then understanding what that mistake was all about and why you needed to learn it. Your temperance Yes, you don't get here without a sense of exhaustion. But I'm feeling that the people that you have shifted in your shifting of authority, they're like questioning your motivations, and you're totally letting them. You're not bothering to try to correct anybody's perspective of you. And even though they are questioning your motivations, they're got a broken heart, and they feel they're grieving, they're suffering. They're suffering. But there is a sense of faithfulness. There is a sense of how do I say this? There's tears, there's discord, there's the acknowledgement of separation, the disruption of a relationship, the interruption of a relationship, sorrow. Yeah. But you're trusting their work, and you're not like, even though you're turned away from it, you're not making room for it. You're acknowledging where your person's at, where this person's at. Because you've done some incredible work where you can afford to, you're not carrying anybody else, but you can afford to extend your consciousness to see their suffering, to see their grief. The King of Pentacles, it's a form of maturity it's almost like a master of the material realm. You know, increased riches. You're seen as very, very solid. Of solid character. You're very intelligent. You're seen as very intelligent, steady, and reliable. And very balanced. Your masculine and your feminine energies are very balanced. So all of this combined is bringing you the fruit of your work, the heart, and this is just the nine of Pentacles. So I'm feeling the 10 of Pentacles is going to follow. And then the Page of Pentacles, a new commitment. Yeah. Okay, so with this unrequited love here, underneath that is the devil. So you've rejected a devil. You're not interested in any kind of bondage. You've turned your back on it. The Queen of Wands is next, and this devil has to do with a possible feminine person of authority in your life, and that's what I mean with this Hierophant in reverse. This could be a parent, could be a boss, somebody's older than you, where there is a power dynamic between the two of you. But your work in rejecting this devil energy and in acknowledging the truth about somebody that you would put onto like a god pedestal, you're seeing the truth about it. And that's what has brought you unrequited love. You're not judging the person. Be who you need to be. But now that I see you, it's like Avatar. I see you, and you see this person. But you also see who you've been in order to maintain this relationship, and it's not who you want to be anymore. And therefore you can't stay. And this gives you a great sense of wisdom to share. Libra energy here with this scale, so there's some sort of justice, a sense of justice. You know, you're going to be very, very busy. Yes, like yeah, okay, yes. So what the creator is showing me here is you're gonna get pretty busy, but the creator's wanting you to just chill out and rest. So you don't miss opportunities or respond in ways because you're so exhausted and you're not paying attention, because there is a new path coming towards you, new purpose coming towards you, a new sense of service that you're moving into. Okay, so your rest and self-care and self-love is paramount. It's paramount. You didn't just reject a former life and former self for no reason, just to blindly go into the next thing. Like, no. So, okay, let's have an Egyptian Gods Oracle card now to tie this reading off. Creator, now that we have pulled the secrets from the cards, what do you want Capricorn to know? What do you want Capricorn to know? Understanding. Yes, understanding. Number 4, this could be your home and personal history, or whatever the number 4 means to you. Okay. Newt. Goddess of the sky and celestial bodies, she swallows the setting sun and gives birth to it in the morning. Her immense naked body covered with stars is stretched out to form an arch that towers over the whole earth. Her arched position clearly shows her power in the sky and over the celestial objects. Her nakedness represents the purification of the soul. The stars that cover her symbolize the resurrection, the great light that illuminates. Your life is a mysterious journey. You have reached this point, and Newt wants to help you to understand your purpose and your destiny. What did we just uncover up there with that pile? Press on with confidence, because now you know. Now you know that there will be favorable events on the horizon, and you might achieve your desired objectives. What did we just say? There's favorable events on the horizon. It's coming towards you because of the work you did. This is you. Your seeds you've planted, your self-love, your kindness and love towards you. This is what's circling back and coming back to you, and is going to help further you. And it's interesting because this depiction, if you've ever seen the movie As Above, So Below, it's a really great movie. But the Philosopher's Stone is in this wall where this ancient symbol is in the movie. It's a really good movie. Okay. I'm going to leave this here, Capricorn. I hope this reading helps. You are absolutely right where you need to be. And the Creator wants you to rest as much as you can, if you're in a position where you can take some time and do whatever you need to do to get some rest and nurturing into your soul, because you definitely have a new contract is coming towards you. A new path is coming towards you. You've already started on it, and there's more coming, more unfolding. Alrighty, Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning into this reading. I hope it is useful. I hope you find it useful. I hope you can take this forward with you into your life. Alrighty, you guys, you take care, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Okay, bye.